Good evening, good people. I wanted to touch base with you, give you a quick shout out, and record episode 4 of Working from Home. I met a young lady today. She was about, let's say she's around 50 years old, 51. And she worked in the medical field. And we were talking, I was there to meet with her own business. And so we started talking about investments. And her eyes lit up. She said, "You know what? I'm coming into some money." She was about to sell a property. And she started talking to me about how she could invest this money. So we started talking. She asked about some different vehicles. And I posed a question to her and asked her, because outside of her medical career, she also runs an income tax business. And she was telling me last year she made around 38 grand. But long story short, we talked about investments. I asked her about not necessarily becoming a client, but if she'd ever thought about getting licensed, because she does deal with taxes, and so it's financially related. And she said, "You know what? I would love to have that stream of income." And she said, "How long does the process take?" We talked a little bit. And she says, "Yeah, I can't wait to get my license so that I can start managing my own money." And I stopped her right there. Now, keep in mind, this woman is 51. Okay. She's maybe, from a government standpoint, she's probably 8 years away from being able to retire and collect Social Security. But if you notice, the first thing that she focused on after I mentioned getting licensed was doing a transaction, rolling over her own money, getting paid commissions on her own money. And I said to her, I won't say her real name, but I said, "Jane, had it ever occurred to you, or I'll pose this question to you, Jane, if there was a way where you could get licensed, and once you're licensed, develop a team of licensed business partners, and their sole job was to help people with retirement and also offer the opportunity to other people to get licensed and generate income as well." And she just looked at me. She said, "You know what? I never thought about it." She has a fiance, 2 adult children. And so I just reminded her of something I said in an earlier episode. Companies are nothing more than families that have created a business structure, whether it's the Waltons or the Kennedys, the Rothschilds, you name it. Companies are made up of people, and families are, for all intents and purposes, business structures. But because of education, we've been taught to utilize our earning power to create wealth for someone else. And so I presented the scenario to her of creating her own business so that she could create leverage. See, when you have 100 people, you can work 40,000 hours a week. Or shall I say, 40 times 1,000 is 40,000 hours a week. And you can receive income for each of those 40,000 hours. But the beautiful thing is that you do not have to be there. And this is a concept of leverage that wealthy people have mastered. See, as we mature, our bodies become less and less, how can I put it? They become less and less excited about working. See, your career is wonderful at age 20, age 30, age 40, but at age 50 and age 60, your career starts to look a little bit different, because now you're at a different place in life and you're thinking about doing something different with your time. And the reality is, and my mentor says this, which is where I got it from. LaSalle Vaughn, my pastor, he says that you can always get more money, but you cannot get more time. And so I would like to invite you to have a discussion with me about plugging into a system that will allow you to purchase your time back without disrupting your full-time commitment or your full-time job. And I'm going to leave you with a couple of quotes, and these are from a book that I'm reading. It's called The 4-Hour Work Week. First quote says, "It is far better for a man to go wrong in freedom than to go right in chains." Now, this quote is from a gentleman by the name of Thomas Huxley, and I apologize for getting out of the video frame. But this gentleman's name, as I mentioned, is Thomas Huxley. Now, Thomas is actually an English biologist. And this is a final quote I want to share with you. This quote says that by working faithfully 8 hours a day, you may eventually get to be a boss and work 12 hours a day. That doesn't have to be your story. Reach out to me, text, message, DM, but I need you to like, subscribe, and share this channel. You may love what you do. You may be excited. You may plan on working there until you drop dead. And if that's the case, God bless you. But if you know of someone else that's looking to make some extra income or work from home or spend more time with their family without having to reduce their lifestyle, share this video with them and they can reach out to me. As always, it's been a pleasure, and look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget, subscribe, comment, like. God bless.